welcome to our show hosted by Prosper Global Education. Today I have a special guest here in Colombo, Sri Lanka, Mr. Doug Waters from Abertay University. Welcome, Doug, to the show.
Thank you, Lasantha. It's a pleasure to be here.
Okay, Doug, so first of all, welcome to Sri Lanka. And how's your stay and experience been so far?
It's been very good. I haven't seen a huge amount because we've been trying to fit in so many meetings and make sure that we meet with partners and the great students that are here. But it's my first time in Sri Lanka ever, and I'm really enjoying it.
That's great. So before any other questions, for those who are watching this, could you please explain us a little bit about your role as well as the Abertay University?
Sure. So, as Lasantha said, I'm Doug Waters. I'm head of international recruitment at Abertay University in Dundee, Scotland. So we're a university of around 5,000 students based in the UK, in Scotland. And my role really is to support students and the team to support students about their options to come and study with us in Scotland. The university itself is a very, very welcoming place. And I think that extends to both the country itself. Scotland is a country that is very, very keen for more students to come and study with us and also to work with us. The country is 1/3 of the UK's landmass, but only 10% of the population. So our cities are not overcrowded, and we have a very different view on immigration to the rest of the UK. We're very keen for more talented students to come and support particular sectors where we need more skilled workers. So you'll find in Scotland, people are very welcoming to international students, to international people. And at the city level, Dundee is a city with 4 universities in very close proximity. And so we have 40,000 students in a city of only 150,000 inhabitants. That means it's very culturally diverse, but also means that you find many, many people who are going through a very similar transition all at the one time, finding themselves in a new place, self-discovery, beginning to make friends, build a new network, both for their studies and beyond. So I think that ecosystem is very, very supportive. And it also keeps things very affordable because everything is framed around the students. At the university level, you'll also find a very personalized, tailored experience for our students. At 5,000 students, we're able to protect class sizes at roughly around 20 in your tutorial groups. So impossible to be anonymous. You're going to know the staff, they're going to know you, and you're really going to have an opportunity to spend time with your professors and lecturers and develop a collegiate relationship, which we think is really, really important for students when they are coming to a new place, to be able to have no doubts about what's going on in the class, to be able to have any of their questions answered, and then to be able to achieve academically. Ultimately, students are looking for a fantastic career after their education, whether that's in the UK, whether that's back in Sri Lanka, or in a third destination. And so in order to best prepare them for those careers and for the jobs of the future, the university is set up to provide a very focused academic experience. Affordable city, small class sizes, lots and lots of support to enable you to have, I guess, an easier life and focus on your academics. Because that's really important in terms of getting that job afterwards. We want you to get a first class, and then we want you to get a job that is tailored directly to your career ambitions. That's what we're here to do.
Yeah, thanks, Doug, for that great explanation. So I believe that is very helpful for students who are looking forward to join with Abertay University. Now, in terms of programs, Abertay is very strong on its computer science, AI, cybersecurity. What are the other program areas students should be aware of?
Sure, and you're right. If you Google Abertay University, the first thing you'll find is a lot of information about our tech programs in particular. And I'll start there in that we were the first university in the world to offer degrees in game design back in '97. And we're the only UK university, only university outside the US in the global top 10. We gave the world Rockstar North, we gave the world Grand Theft Auto, and Minecraft is made in the city of Dundee. It's a real focus for us is the game design programs. But we also launched the world's first degrees in ethical hacking back in 2006. And those programs are teaching students how to hack. We believe, the premise is that we believe if you can break it, you can fix it. So we're teaching students the techniques that criminals use in order to steal data, so that they can better protect systems and organizations and governments from these nefarious hackers. The great thing about this program is it's completely multi-sector. You can work in any sector whatsoever when you graduate, because as we move into a more digitized society, every single business and organization is looking to protect its data, and they suffer massive fines if they lose our personal data. And universities have not been graduating cybersecurity specialists fast enough to keep up with the demands in industry. So currently, Forbes magazine says there are 6 million jobs worldwide open in this field because there isn't the people with the skills to come and fill them. And we find our students extremely employable here. Many are being offered jobs before they graduate. And certainly the day they graduate, they're walking out of the classroom and making more money in the private sector than the lecturers who just taught them. But it's not only about tech. Within tech, beyond these two programs, we have programs in AI as well that are becoming increasingly popular. But beyond the tech programs, we teach in business, law, social sciences. And then in science and engineering disciplines, we have biomedical, sports, forensic, health and food sciences. And within sort of the engineering space, a lot of programs around construction and project management, renewable energy, civil engineering. And a few other programs in psychology, sociology, and criminology as well.
Thanks, Zach. Yeah. So if you're a student who is interested to apply, these are very high demand courses. So you can go visit the Abertay website and also get in touch with Prosper for all the course details. So Doug, let's talk about the entry requirements. What are the general academic requirements for a student going for an undergraduate or postgraduate degree?
So we will take a very flexible and common sense approach to entry requirements, in that if we believe a student can succeed on the program, then we're keen for you to join it. And so we deploy that approach not only in Sri Lanka but everywhere in the world, including back at home. So, broadly speaking, we are looking at a 2.6 GPA in order to come onto our master's programs. But where students have good work experience, we can be flexible there. Then on the undergraduate study, we're at triple C average for first year of a 4-year program. A triple B average allows you to do a 3-year track, and these are on your A levels. We also allow credit transfer. So if you've been studying on a diploma in a private institution, or you're in a 4-year institution but are seeking to transfer to Abertay, then we take 1/3 of our undergraduate students with advanced standing. So very happy to look at credit transfer.
Great. Yeah, thanks. And another question most of the students are interested in are the IELTS waivers and the English language proficiency waivers. What are the options they have?
So we understand that IELTS can be a challenge for some students in terms of its accessibility, not in terms of its difficulty. But we're also keen to recognize that students are being taught in English here. So we accept medium of instruction letters from a range of different universities, and colleagues at Prosper can guide you on exactly which institutions qualify. But also, if you've studied a UK degree in Sri Lanka or elsewhere, then we'll give you that IELTS waiver. And for students who have completed their A-levels within the last 5 years, you can use that to demonstrate entry. If you don't fall under any of those categories, then again, you're able to, we take a range of different tests. You can study for the Duolingo, which is very easy and quick to do online, language cert, many others. And these are all listed on university website. Again, colleagues at Prosper and your team, Lasantha, can guide students to help them to find the best one to do.
Definitely. Thanks, Zach. Okay, so let's talk about the scholarships and the financial support. What are the scholarships available for students?
So we have a reasonably, I think, mid-range tuition fee, quite affordable by UK standards. Bachelor's programs start at 15,000, postgraduate at 17. And we offer, because we're very keen to grow our Sri Lankan student population, we will award all students who are from Sri Lanka a £3,000 scholarship. So that will reduce the fee accordingly. We do also have a merit-based scholarship at £5,000 that operates as an additional £2,000 that can be applied to reduce potentially your undergraduate fee to 10,000, your postgraduate fee to 12.
Okay, thanks, Doug. Okay, now let's move on to a different topic. Probably the hot topic these days, the proposed white paper.
Yeah.
What are the key areas students should be aware of the white paper?
Well, I would start by saying, first of all, universities across the UK are disappointed that this proposal to reduce the graduate route period from 2 years to 18 months, has appeared. We certainly lobbied against it. But I think there is some key information in the detail. We understand that students and families are concerned because the headline is that the UK appears to be less welcoming because of this proposed reduction. And I stress that at this stage it is only proposed. But that reduction to 18 months, statistics show that students who find work generally find it within 6 months on average. So I think what the government, who are under pressure on immigration, as many governments are worldwide, they have, my personal view is that they have had to be seen to do something. And so by reducing that, their belief is that because most students qualify for a position within 6 months, that they've tried to do something that perhaps has the least potential damage to the university sector and to the aspirations of your students and families. But we do understand the result of that is a headline that looks like we are becoming less welcoming. I would also stress there that the Scottish Government has very different messaging on immigration, and I would urge students and families to seek out the Migration Service section of the Scottish Government website to see what I was saying at the start of this interview, just how welcoming and how keen the Scottish Government, the Scottish people are to welcome international people to the country to study and work and live with us.
Yeah, that's a great message because these days most of the students have the doubt whether they should continue their studies or not. But thanks, Doug.
Yeah. I think they've potentially also taken the view that, you know, many different jurisdictions at the moment are being tight on immigration, and they still, I think we still appear the least hostile in that context. Of course, it's not ideal just to be the least hostile. We want to appear as welcoming as possible. And so I would again urge you to look at the Scottish Government messaging on that.
Sure. So few last questions about the post-study and career pathways. You mentioned about game development and especially IT sector. What are the pathways students have?
Well, we take this very seriously. I think I said at the beginning, our purpose is to help you develop your career. And it's in the university's interests, it's in your interests that you're able to focus on your academics and achieve that career job, that dream job at the end of your studies. And so throughout all of our programs, you find industrial placements, you find internships, you find exposure to industry. Lots of business briefs, lots of challenges and projects being designed by industry coming into the university and setting challenges for students beyond even just the traditional work placement, which exists in many of the programs. Really, throughout your program, we're trying to give you the skills that are needed in the future world of work. We don't yet know what those careers may be in some cases. AI and digitization is moving so quickly that we're trying to prepare you to be adaptable, resilient, to have the key skills that will allow you to navigate that changing job landscape. But we do, of course, have practical support available through our career service. I would urge all students to engage with them as soon as they get there. Don't leave it till you're just about to graduate. Because they have a wealth of resources available specifically for international students to help them with looking for a job in a new culture, in a new country. And also they extend that support to students and graduates for 3 years after they finish their program. So we really are focused on helping you find that job, whether it's in the UK, in Sri Lanka, or in another destination.
Great, thanks, Doug. So before winding up, quick 5 questions, rapid round, just one word.
Sure.
One word, one Sri Lankan food you tried.
Beef kotu.
Okay. A single word you'd use to describe Abertay University.
Friendly.
A city in the UK every student should visit.
St. Andrews. It's very close to Dundee.
Okay. One tip to make friends quickly as a new student in the UK.
Smile.
Okay. Last question. What's one thing students always forget to pack when they come into the UK?
I think because your students begin in September, particularly from here, make sure you bring a warm coat because you will need it by October or November.
Yeah, to get prepared for the winter.
You begin in the summer, but very quickly you will see the temperature change slightly. So make sure you have the right wardrobe.
Sure. Last question, Doug. Any last message to Sri Lankan students or South Asian students?
I'll double down on us being a welcoming community. It really is important to us that you're not just choosing an academic program, you're choosing somewhere to spend a significant and formative part of your life. So take that decision based on a range of factors. Don't only look at tuition fee and scholarships, look at that cost of living and affordability as well. Scotland has a range of different things that will support your lifestyle, including free public transportation for students 22 and under, a living cost in the city that is 20% lower than UK other major destinations, and 25% of the cost of housing in London, for example. You can find accommodation in Dundee for £400 per month. And I think it's really important to factor in all of these things, the total cost of attendance, beyond just the tuition and scholarships when making your choice of destination. You'll also live very, very close to campus. You'll walk everywhere. So you'll save yourselves, compared with some other cities, probably £10 a day on transportation. And students and parents need to be aware of that. If you're spending £10 a day getting to class, getting across the city, that's 300 days a year. That's your entire scholarship gone straight away just on getting to class. So Dundee provides a very safe, provides a very affordable, but an excellent standard of city living. So consider the place beyond just only the program.
Sure. Thanks a lot, Doug. So students, if you are interested for this September intake at Abertay University, contact Prosper Global Education and we can help you to make your dream a success. Doug, it's been a pleasure. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Lasantha. Thanks for having me.
Thank you.